Большой взрыв.
Big bang. How did children become entrepreneurs? Why do startups support them? That's the name of the next session, within the framework of which the organizers will present the results of the business session about competitions among young entrepreneurs. We'll know why entrepreneurs of startups, of actively developing companies, find time to work with children. I give the floor to Zelenova Anastasia, the head of the Department of Social and Educational Policy, the fund Skolkovo, and Sofia Kaznina, startup, ancient in new high-rises. Good afternoon. I welcome you at our conversation, why children became entrepreneurs and why do startups support them. And today, for the first time, Sofia Kaznina, she's 8 years old. She is a finalist of the competition Big Ideas Start Small. The kids entrepreneurship is a cool trend of the recent times. There are more initiatives, accelerators dedicated to this. As a rule, they exist for senior school kids. That's why the competition which we done together with Yami United, which is also managed by kids. Within the framework of this competition, we gathered ideas of children from 8 till 12. Kids offered the ideas how to improve lives where they study or live, and we gathered more than 300 of such initiatives, and we chose 50 best ideas. And here something interesting really started. Representatives of innovative ecosystems worked with these kids, partner organizations also. They helped the kids to finish their projects and present to the jury. Then we presented our projects and the jury chose 10 finalists. I also turned out to be a finalist. What did you do during the final competition? We presented our projects at the crowdfunding platform, and we started fundraising. And on the 1st of May, fundraising was over. We all achieved different results. Those who found financing will be able to realize their projects. I remember most of all as my team and I presented my project. Thank you very much for your impressions. And today we also invited other participants of this competition. They all achieved different results, and we will try to know now what they received, whether they fail or not, because competition gathered different initiatives. There were difficult technological solutions, charity, and social projects. I would like to invite the social project Irina Parkhatskaya from Trogorka, the Moscow region, and mentor Alexander Khvostov, director on communication, the navigator of educational center. Please, so all teams came to us together with their mentors. Hello. Irina, please tell us what project you present. My name is Irina Parkhatskaya. I'm 11 years old. I finished the 4th grade of Odintsova school, number 17, and I represent the team of the project, the book shelf. And our region, Trogorka, is quite new. We have 25,000 people, and we don't have any library there besides school library. That's why we decided to invent such ideas as creation of book shelves where parents and kids spend time. We can change books. You can put a book on the the shelf, and then you can take something else from the shelf, and then we can free our flats and shelves from already read literature, and then someone who can't buy them can have an access to our books. Also, the other goal of this project is to to have culture of reading. I would like to thank the company Young United, Skolkovo Foundation, our mentors, for this possibility to participate in this project and possibility to be useful in development of our region. Maybe our project is not the first on the platform. We received experience and pleasure from the participation in this competition. Kind ideas always can find support. Our project had a big response from the residents of the region, and this is already a victory for us. Arina, can you tell us what project did you have on the competition? We had this project bookshelf. And what are you going to do next? Now we want to participate also in the governors competition for the grant of Moscow region. And also we want to fulfill the library fund. Alexandra, you helped the team to work at this project. Why did you decide to work at this initiative? We are a big company, actively developing. We work 24/7, but you can't work all the time. You should do something like extracurricular. And for us, it's a fresh idea, something fresh when we can join such projects. When we had this idea, we decided to take educational projects for such mentorship. And why? Because in these ideas, there was something new also in education, some other solutions, views on these problems. And maybe we adults have some standard point of view, and now I can see fresh ideas and fresh solutions for this or that things. Yes, it can be also very useful and helpful for me. I can repeat myself. There were some fresh ideas, and sometimes we forgot about old ideas in our digital world. You, as a representatives of startup, know very well that on your journey there are fails and success. So guys did not gather the necessary amount of money. How can you cope with this failure? The question is not simple to answer, but it's important not to give up and to go further. And when I started to work with guys, with kids, I remembered myself 30 years ago. Gosh, when it was. And then we could win the first places, or sometimes we failed. But all this got me experience and allowed me to be who I am. So I can repeat this to everybody. Start trying, because if you make mistakes, quicker you achieve results, and then this experience will help you in your life. You participate in different projects, and then you become leaders here, and maybe you will be speakers here. Arina, what about you? What about your mindset? Were you upset? No, we did not. We were not very upset. Of course, it was not so pleasant that we failed to get the necessary amount of money, but we, as I've said, will participate in the competition for grant of Moscow region. This is quite a serious solution. Sonia, do you have any questions? Alexander, how do you think Is this really a failure or success? I think it's a success because they presented their project before the jury. Then they were present at the crowdfunding platform and gathered money. This is experience. They did not have anything, any idea just a couple months ago, but now they have already experience of done project, and now we can proceed. Thank you very much that you shared your projects and ideas. We hope that you will succeed in this because grant system of financing is one of the coolest way to realize your projects. I wish you success. Please strive for the victory. Thank you very much. Sonia, if on the side you could have such bookshelves, would you take books from there? Yes, of course, because it is very convenient. You come, take the book, read, and then put it away, put it back. Okay, that's a cool idea. Please, our viewers support guys, support kids, because they are here for the first time in open air. Ask questions if you have questions, and we'll readdress them. From Krasnodar, we have skate park European Gorky, Ilya Seleznov, and mentor Tatiana Panina, the director on development of IT projects. Hello, Ilya. Hello, Tatiana. Ilya, I will say this, that you had a lot of finalists, but as a finalist, you have a very expensive project. How did you make up your mind to gather this serious amount for kids initiative? First, I will speak about our project. This idea is to build up a skate park. My friends and I like to use scooters, skates, but unfortunately we don't have the appropriate area to do this. That's why we decided to build skate park. In our region, many people like to skate and to use such types of transport. So that's why we thought that it would be successful. Did you make some research? Yes, we asked people. We gathered signatures from them, and a lot of residents supported us. And after this, we decided to participate in this competition with this project. Yes, because we found out that we could have such a nice opportunity to construct skate park, and we wanted this for a long time. We decided to participate in this competition. What is the budget of your project? 950,000 rubles, almost 1 million. And this amount, so you tried to gather this amount on the crowdfunding platform. How did you attract investments on this platform? So you did not have this money just before the final, but still you gathered more money, more than other teams. What did you do to fundraise? We spoke a lot about our project. We talked to residents. We also had Instagram announcements. Also, we were spoken about on TV, on radio. Our friends helped us to speak about this project. So it was like a separate, serious work. Very separate, serious work. Yes, and we had very many similar-minded people. And what happened during the latest moment? How did you attract funding? The sponsor found us and himself. We spoke with him and we succeeded. Why did sponsor like this project? Why did he decide to support you? I don't know about it, because sponsor decided not to speak about himself a lot, but he also wanted to build the skate park in our region because many people wanted to do this. So you managed to guess this need and you found this existing problem and found a solution. Yes. Tatiana, now this story looks like a fairy tale. Maybe since next days there will be work at realization of this project. What is awaiting guys there? Because fundraising is only the first step. It's not the final of work, the end of work. As any startup, kids, you know. Worked as a classical startup from the idea to realizing of this project. I hope that adults will support them, and now we think that we'll have this site, and this site will be operating, and guys, kids can do skating there, skateboarding. From your point of view, professional point of view, what is the secret of success of this project? What are ingredients of success? Why did they manage to do this? The main thing is that they believed in their dream. They were very enthusiastic and they involved other people. This idea was so relevant for this region. And kids, as all kids in this project, they took care of their own territory. That's really valuable. So we have youngsters whom we can be proud of. Ilya, are you going to work at this project further, or you did this fundraising and you won't continue to work at this project anymore, or do you want to be here? Do you continue to work at the project? We are kids, we can't construct, but I think adults, parents will continue working. Without the parents, we wouldn't be succeeded. We wouldn't be successful without parents. Thank you for their contribution. Sonia, what questions do you have? Was it difficult to have this team? No, it was not difficult because many people were enthusiastic about it. No problems here. And so you work as one team. So a team formation to agree upon a lot of things, to aim at one purpose. How was it to work in one team? Working in one team is really valuable, priceless, but we all use BMX, scooters, and skateboards. Have the same interests. That's why it's quite easier to find common language. Tatiana, did you learn something from this project? I trust more because kids are open. They are open towards new things. They don't have such restrictions as we have. They believe in their idea, and we also start to believe in this, that 2 days before the end of fundraising, we found sponsor, and it can really be very inspiring for adult people. How do you think, can you become again a mentor of some kids project? But yes, it can be, but it involves a lot of worries, and each project becomes a part and parcel of your life, and you worry about it the same way as you worry for your relatives and friends. And sometimes it's painful that kids don't go to final and semi-final. And I wish other projects also could find sponsors. It's important not to give up, not to have desperation. It's important to work with indifferent people. Thank you very much. It is a remarkable project. I wish you success. I hope that soon you will use skate. You will have your own area for skateboarding. Sonia, your project also did not gather enough money for full realization. Do you plan to work at this further? Yes, we plan to work at this further. We want to find studio. Sonia's project, these are podcasts about the regions where she works and where her friends work. Now, in our studio, there is one other project leader. This is bicycle parking. Now we have mentor of the project, Kirill and Vera. The mentor of the project is from the Skolkovo Foundation. Evelina, hello. Why did you decide to have this bicycle parking lot? In our city, kids use bicycles and scooters a lot. They move from one point to another one through this transport. It saves time, it's quick and interesting. And we decided to have this school bicycle parking lot, because when school kids come to school, they attach their bicycle to fences. They lean them against fences. And can you speak about the project? And first, we had a lot of ideas how to decorate this school yard. And then we decided to have the bicycle parking. Many guys from my class voted for this idea, and a lot of kids from other classes. We agreed this upon with our principal, and we chose this project. Kirill, what is cooperation for you? Why did you decide to work with kids? It's very interesting to work with kids. It's a new level. It's very different from working with adults, because kids, they generate remarkable ideas. Sometimes these ideas don't come to our mind. Then we'll have flying taxis and season of space. It's much more exciting to work with kids, much more interesting than with adults. Evelina, this cooperation with a person who is a specialist, what did this experience give to you? We started to understand more in the sphere, and we got more interested, confident in what we can achieve through this project. So it gives you confidence, it boosts your confidence. Yes, and your project also found support in business environment. Yesterday, kids participated in pitch of projects, and their project will be supported. Irina and Kirill, who can speak about this in details? I will tell about this. The project found support not only in business environment, but also state decided to support us. When kids spoke not only about the school, but also they wanted city Lutkarina become more sustainable, it could become more mobile, and kids could move freely around the city, could go easily to sports venues, and the project would be multifaceted. So there will be bicycle parking lots, and they will appear in July. We'll go to Lutkarina city, and then we'll work at this project with state. We'll look at Lutkarina as hospitable and comfortable city for those people who ride bicycles, and then we'll think about bicycle tracks, bicycle lanes in other cities. It seems that this story with these lanes is on the surface, but until kids voiced this idea, did not start to promote it, nothing like this existed. Traditionally, our cities are not for people but for cars. But we want to change this direction. Yes, kids heard us, and now when we have these bicycle lanes near the school, I think that Karna will be an example of a sustainable city in Moscow region. Evelina, how is it to change the life of your own city? It seems that you dramatically changed the structure of your city and drew attention to a serious problem. From the very beginning, we believed in ourselves, believed that we can promote to make our city better, because in our city there are so many teenagers. We have a lot of kids at school, and all of them use scooters and bicycles, practically all of them. And for them, it's more convenient, more reliable. In other schools, the same situation we have. And, city authorities did not focus on this. But we promoted this idea. Thanks to competition, you managed to speak about it. But what about this experience? Did it give you some tool without competition, without some additional organization to announce about your ideas? We learned a lot of things, and I believe that then in the future we'll also promote ourselves, and we can present ourselves at different competitions. Sonia, what can you say? Was it difficult to gather the team? No, it was not difficult to gather the team. We chose the most active guys from our class, and many kids were interested in this project. And everybody supported this idea, but we chose only those who was really focused on this and who was really interested in this. Evelina, I have another question. I think in your initiative, it was very important that someone could support you. For example, school could support you, not to say that your idea is not serious. Can you speak about this? How did school support you? And so how could you cooperate efficiently with school also? In our school, we all friends, and we are all friends. That's why the whole class spoke about it, and we spoke to other classes. Everybody agreed, and many kids supported us, even teachers supported us. We presented our projects in front of teachers and kids, and they started to support us more. We have QR codes, printed QR codes in each class, and any kid can come up to this QR code, scan them, and look at our project. Well, that's really huge. Kirill, as a conclusion, can you give some advice? I think all schools are dreaming about these bicycle lanes, but not everybody participated in this competition. Big ideas start small. How can they get realization of their ideas? The topic of development of these types of transport is very important, and it's at the forefront. That's why you need to go to authorities and find solutions, because in the streets we have so many scooters and bicycles, and guys, kids, they park them somewhere, and this can be stolen. So it's better to discuss this with administration, but then maybe we can have a parade, bicycle parade. I think that current city can be a good example that we should start small, because all big start small. So then maybe we'll have some other solutions, maybe recharging of electro scooters. Thank you very much. This is a wonderful project, and you can become an example for many school kids how to realize your ideas. Thank you very much.
Соня, расскажи, а все-таки твои впечатления от конкурса? Вот чему ты
What about your
научилась
impressions from the competition? What did you get from it? If you fail, don't get upset. Just proceed, and then everything will be better, and you will succeed. So you can advise this to those participants who did not gather the necessary amount. And we have another project which could attract more than it was thought about. Now we have Snezhana Bobrova from Sistaresk City. Please don't feed me. And mentor.
And we have the mentor, Alexander Sementsov, the co-founder or the founder and the CEO of juniorprojects.com. So, could you tell us, please, what is this project about? Well, this is a project about telling people that one should not feed birds that live in the ponds. Why should not people do that? Well, because they distort and disturb their natural life cycle, because the birds should hunt for their own food, natural food. Okay, good. And what is this idea about? Well, we do understand that it is damaging the birds when somebody feeds them, but, well, we all know the situation in the cities. There is a pond and ducks in the pond. So how do you want to communicate this information on the prohibition? Well, to answer that, we would like to put some information banners that would say, do not feed birds. And where will we place these banners? We will place them on in some parks and on the beaches. Well, do you plan to do it everywhere in the city or in some specific places? We plan to do it across the whole city. Okay, good. And have you already agreed with some places and authorities that you'll place the banners? Yes, we've agreed with the director of the Dubki Park. And is this a topical problem for them? Yes, it is. Could you tell us more about it, please? Yes, they feed birds there quite often. Well, and we saw that there was some just bread and the people were feeding the birds. And so we explained to them and we told them that it's prohibited, and they asked us why. And we told them, well, you can read about it. Did they read it? Yes, they read it, but afterwards we left. And could you tell us, why is it so important for you to communicate this information? Well, to answer that, I should say that we want to make the world cleaner, better, and we want to provide the ducks with a healthy life cycle. And Alexander, what do you think? What's the secret of success, secret sauce of success? Well, to answer to that, I should say that, well, this is indeed a very important project. Not a lot of people know about it. The information is quite simple, but, well, I've talked to a lot of people and they didn't know about that. Well, everybody believed that when one feeds birds and, for example, ducks, it's a good deed, but actually this is vice versa, because if you feed birds, then they will not leave for winter, and well, they will face some difficulties. And I believe that it has become quite a discovery for a lot of people. So our friends did something very important, not only where they live in Sestrorezsk, but I believe that they'll promote this project at the federal level as well. Perhaps more people will learn about this damage, this harm to the birds, and that's how we will help the birds to stay healthier. Okay, thanks. And when you were on the crowdfunding partner or the platform, you started to raise money very fast, and we were just monitoring all that, and we've seen, we were observing that your funds increased very much. Why do you think you've got such a support? To answer that, I should say that, well, we have our own Instagram. It's called Please Do Not Feed. And there we organized a competition and we also handed out some prizes. In addition to that, our friends helped us and they told about it other people. And we were shooting some videos to add to our Instagram page, and we've come up with some prizes. And what are these prizes? Well, for example, a SUP adventure or a picnic, plus some tour in Sestroretsk and in Dubki, and many more, but unfortunately I cannot remember everything. Okay, thanks. So Alexander, the question is to you. Why do you believe this project proved to be so successful on the crowdfunding platform? Well, as I've said, says Alexander, this is a very important natural issue, an issue of the life of the birds. And I believe that it's quite a simple idea that people can comprehend. And perhaps there was another factor that played in, because the sum wasn't so big, but the idea itself was very significant. And do you have any other banners in your city right now? The answer is no, not yet. And so you'll be the first ones to place these banners. Yes, indeed, we will be the first ones. And have you seen anything like that anywhere? Yes, we saw it in different countries. Well, yes, so we did. There are such banners in different countries. And what about Russia? Well, no such banners in Russia at all. So you will be the first ones, and, well, a lot of people could take their cue from that. Indeed, because everybody just is feeding birds, and nobody thought about placing so prohibition banners. Okay, thanks a lot. So Alexander, probably my last question to you. But indeed, today, it's very important for us to understand the startup, the company that has a lot to do, actually. You are a startup and you work with children. How do you find the time to maybe mentor a children's project and to help it, to package it for a crowdfunding platform? What is your motivation in here? Well, first and foremost, this is about egoism, because it's very nice to work with children. You always smile during this work, and it gives me a lot of pleasure. And of course, this is also quite a responsibility. And, well, we would also like to catch up with the life, to talk and to interact with children. Well, in my position, I talk more with adults, but even though our company works for children, still I do not communicate with them quite a lot. But here we've got this opportunity, and I get to talk to leaders, to people, to children who have so many initiatives, and it's very nice. And I believe that they can visualize and build the future of our world, because they will realize their dreams, they will do perform entrepreneurial activities, and that's how I can even project the future a bit. And the question also for you is, was it difficult to organize the team? No, not so difficult. We all come from the same sports school, so we've been friends from our childhood. Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you for thinking about this problem that for some people doesn't seem to be a problem at all, and you recognized it as an issue and you provided and offered some solution. And now we have some time for a celebration. Now I'd like to invite Oleg Beriev, the co-founder of Yummy United company, and he initiated the idea of this competition. So Oleg, the floor is yours. Yes, good afternoon. And we will also invite, Sonia, who will we invite? Ilya Seleznov, Evelina Dysenko, and Snezhana Bobrova. Please come to the stage. Distinguished friends, I'm very happy to be here on this stage with the winners of the competition. Something big starts with something small. Well, just 6 big ideas start small. And 6 months ago, when we launched this competition jointly with Skolkovo, thank you so much for this project, because we were really anxious about whether there'll be enough teams participating, enough projects, whether we'll be able to do fundraising for these projects. But today, I see that we have 3 winners, and I'm so happy and proud of everything that is going on. I'm very proud of people, of these children who actually act like adults, because their ideas will be implemented in reality. And we are very happy to have our partners, and we've allocated the enough money. And now it's very important to actually bring the children's ideas into the reality. In fact, not every adult comes to see his or her dreams coming true. But here we see that these talented children were dreaming for many months, and they will see their dreams and initiative become a reality. I congratulate you, because you are performing and have been performing very well. Well, perhaps I'll also award you with some certificates, diploma. So do not feed our main winner. This is your diploma. Then also the school velo or bike parking and skate park. So I congratulate everybody, and thank you so much. Thank you indeed, dear children, because you inspire us and you tell us that everything is possible. An idea of any child could come to the reality, could become a reality. We just need to make a lot of effort. We need to organize a team to generate the idea, to describe it, find partners, excite people, find partners and friends. Because today we've heard that due to a large community, those who supported the projects with the information, etc. With all this, our children managed to seek support from business administrations and just from people who were adding to their accounts on the crowdfunding platforms. So please do not stop there. Continue to work, continue to create. And by this, we finalize our session. Thank you for staying with us. I hope that these experiences inspired you as they inspired us. Thank you so much, and see you soon.
Жажда веселья. Жажда путешествий. Жажда общения. Утоляй любую жажду с освежающими вкусами Липтон. Мой любимый персик.
При низких температурах окружающей среды тела быстро теряют энергию. Но нахождение вблизи источника тепла позволяет телу получать тепловое излучение. Происходит самопроизвольное перераспределение тепла. Следовательно, когда источники тепла находятся вместе, их энергия побеждает холод. Лучшее создается вместе. Газпромбанк.
МТС Стартап Хаб. Работа с реальным бизнес-заказчиком МТС. Доступ к ресурсам самого крупного телеком-бренда в России. Не можешь поверить? А в твой стартап обязательно поверят. У нас есть все, что тебе понадобится. Ресурсы, клиенты, технологии, каналы продаж. Мы оценим твой продукт, правильно применим в своем бизнесе и масштабируем на мировой рынок. МТС Стартап Хаб ждет тебя и твоих нереальных бизнес-идей.